Okay, to make the little daisy blanket that I've showed you at the beginning, you need your 4 balls of wool, and I'm going to tie it in the corner on my frame, and I'm going to do the basic square. Let's tie that there, and we're just going to do the basic square, and we're going to do 5 rounds, and this is the base. If you're doing a standard baby size pram blanket, you need 4 100-gram balls of wool and go around your board 5 times. So I've got my 5 layers. I've got my 5 layers here of my wool on for my base. This is my base. So I've got that on. Now what I'm going to do now is I'm going to put the white on for my daisies. Now I'm just going to throw that down on the floor. I've got 4 100-gram balls of my white, and I'm going to put that on. I'm going to tie it here. I'm going to only put 3 rounds on. So again, we just follow the square like we did before. So we just go up and down our grid, and I'm going to put 3 full layers on. So I've got my 3 layers of my 100-gram balls of wool. I've got 4 strands and I've got 3 layers on. Now all I need to do is tie all this together. So I'm going to do that, and I'll be back once I've tied it all together. I have showed you in other videos how to tie these cross sections off. So I'm just going to tie it through here and here and through here and here. So I'll be back when I've tied all that off. I'm cutting these pom-poms. I'm going to cut just this edge of the outer pom-poms. It's just so I know where to cut. This is just the way I'm doing it. It's just so that I can get to this one easier, and I can keep all my pom-pom edges the same size, and then I'm going to cut it off the frame so I can sew my buttons on easier. There are quite a few ladies that actually take the blanket off the frame and then they cut their pom-poms because it's easier. Okay, so I've cut just along here on my pom-poms just so I can get rid of all the waste white wool that comes off when you cut it. So I'm going to cut it off the frame because I need to sew the buttons on, and I think it's going to be easier to sew the buttons on and then cut the pom-poms. So I'm going to give this a try to see how it works. I do know there are other ladies who do cut it off the frame first. It's up to you how you do this. This is the way I do it. So I'm going to cut it off the frame first. It's up to you, whatever way you choose to cut your pom-pom blanket off your loom. So all you do is I'm going to make the fringes by just cutting around the whole dark blue wool between the nails, just as you do with your other pom-pom blankets. So I'm just going to cut it all off the frame, and I'll be back in a minute. So I've got my blanket cut off the loom, and I'm going to sew these yellow and black buttons on. I'm going to sew each one into these crosses, and then I'm going to cut my pom-poms. You can cut your pom-poms first and then sew your buttons in. It's up to you. I'm just going to do it this way because I think it's going to be easier that I don't have the little fringy bits all the way around getting caught up in my needle and thread. Now, I tried the wool's too thick. The darning needle won't go through these little buttons. So I've doubled up my thread, and I'm going to sew them on securely onto this little blanket. So just remember that if you make a full size one of these blankets to go on the top of a baby's pram. Make sure you sew them in securely, and the blankets are only for decorating the top of the pram. So this is the last one done. I'm going to give it a really good fluffing up, and then I'll show you what all the little flowers look like. So once again, as always, I would like to thank you all for watching. Please subscribe. It does give my channel a little bit of a moral boost. And also come and join my Facebook page, Crafty Twints. You're all welcome to come and join there. Post your pictures. So all it leaves me to say is to take care, and I'll see you again the next time. Goodbye.